Wolves take on Chelsea today, 8 o'clock kickoff at Stamford Bridge. It's James Collins' first game as caretaker manager. Probably going to be his last, with some of the news coming out yesterday that Rob Edwards has refused to do his media duties yesterday and has refused to take first team training. What do you think about that, Liam?
I think that shows, that he's going to be the next manager in line, and we all knew it was going to happen, didn't we? Just a matter of
I
time
think
now,
so,
I'd
yeah.
say.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a matter of formalities. I think that it was always going to be the case with Rob Edwards coming back to the club in some capacity in time in the future. But we'll see. There's still plenty of time. There's obviously an international break before. But let's get back to James Collins. He had a very positive press conference yesterday. I really enjoyed his press conference, actually. I thought he was very positive. I don't think he came in with a defeatist manner. I think he conducted himself very well. You mentioned about bringing on the under-23 players, or bringing through the under-23 players. He didn't confirm that he will take anyone, but the likes of Mateus Mane, Gonzalez and Tawanda Chirera are all players that he sees fit to be first-team regulars now. So it looks like he wants to try and bring a bit more of an attacking output to the game, hopefully for tomorrow's game. How are you feeling about that, Liam? I know you're a big fan of Mateus Mane.
Yeah, it's just nice to see some of them young players come and have a go. Like when you're down there at the bottom, one of them coming on the pitch and just having that bit of, that rawness just to get on the ball, it might just give a bit of confidence to everybody, just to come on, let's have a go.
I think so too, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's been absolutely everywhere with the under-23s, hasn't he? He's been the bright spark for the season. So hopefully we can maybe do a little catch up at some point with regards to the under-23s and give the people a little bit more information if you get to watch a few games. Let's move on then. James Collins has obviously got his first game, and we've got a couple of predicted lineups. So go on, Liam. Give us your team, give us your formation, and tell us why you've done it.
Yeah, so for me, again, back four, I think it's the one time now where we can actually have a go at back four. I think it speaks for itself who plays in that role, especially Hugo, Santi and Krejci. Chichuan, who it's always going to be Chichu at the moment, I think, for me. Sam Johnson, I'd keep him in because I don't know who to pick between him and Jose Sarr, but I'd probably stick with Sam Johnston. Just looking at the way Chelsea probably play, they like to get out wide, don't they? So they're always going to be out wide, at least for our flat fullbacks. We shouldn't be caught out with a five back. I'd like to see Andre and Gomez just playing in there as a two pivot, 6 and 8, just to try and be combative in that middle. Chelsea with Enzo and Casado, they're always going to be combative in there. And I would actually put Mane out on the left wing just to add a bit of difference. So for me, I'd just put him in. You got nothing to lose. You're bottom of the league. If Rob Edwards is coming in, James Collins knows about him, I'd put him in. And then for me, there was no one else to put in there. It was between Manetzi and Lopez. I love Fer Lopez. I think he'll start every other game. I'm just thinking this one with Manetzi just to help us battle that midfield a little bit, because Fer Lopez likes to drop deep. I think that would help Casado and Enzo because they like to press anyway. Whereas Manetzi, I'd literally tell him when we've got the ball, just keep running in behind and get stuck in close to Larson. Because I think when the ball goes in the box, for some reason, it just seems to land to Manetzi. So if he's the only one that ball can land to, I'd put him in there, because at this time we need goals or we need shots on target, don't we? So when we haven't got the ball, I'd say to Manetzi, just follow Enzo. Let Andre and Gomez mop up everything. When they have the ball, don't even give it to Manetzi, just get it wide and let's get on the counter.
I'll await your pelters for putting Marshall with number 10 all over social media later, mate.
I won't want him in a 10 to be getting on the ball. I just want him in that box, in that area. So it'd be like a little bit of a 4-4-2 when we've got it, and he's just up there causing havoc. And then when we haven't got it, he's just tucking in. Between him and Fer Lopez, I just think Fer Lopez dropping deep, it would help Chelsea.
Yeah. I mean, I wholeheartedly agree, to be fair. I think you've got some really, really decent points for half of those players being in the first team lineup, to be honest. I don't think my squad's too dissimilar.
Man, the lack of options we had, man, I was like, who would even put on the left wing?
And honestly, it really is. So yeah, this is my predicted lineup of pretty self-explanatory. I've gone Johnston in goal just because Jose Sarr lacks confidence and any ability to pass the ball out, to be honest. And we saw that in the reverse fixture against Chelsea in the cup. Actually, not great from Jose Sá. Then Jackson Tuchel at right back. If I'm being brutally honest, I don't like any of our right back options. Jackson Tuchel, for what it's worth, has got a hell of a lot of pace, but doesn't really use it and doesn't utilise it well. I'd prefer to. I wasn't Nelson Semedo's biggest fan, to be honest, when he was here, but at least he kind of used his strengths going forwards, which was his pace and his power, and at least he gave us a bit of an option. Whereas Jackson Tuchel really hasn't been giving us any attacking output, barring maybe the West Ham in the cup game. I've gone with the 4-2-3-1 like you might have Bueno and Krejci at centre back. Self-explanatory. The rest of them are gash. Left back, Hugo Bueno can whip a good ball in. We've seen it a couple of times this season, but it hasn't really fell to the right players so far. I've brought back Andre and Gomez because what a mistake that was. Maybe two of the best double pivots in the Premier League, so they're here to stay. John Arias hasn't really lit the world up yet, but going to put him on the right anyway because we don't really have any other options now. Now Rodrigo Gomez is out for maybe up to 4 months. Bellegarde I've put on the left. I have dropped Manetsu. I've gone with Bellegarde. He's a good ball carrier. Similarly, I could see it being a 4-3-3 with Arias on the left and Lopez on the right, and Bellegarde dropping in as a makeshift 8/10 as the middleman who goes forward. But I'm going to go with Bellegarde on the left. I think he's a good ball carrier. I think he could fit that inside forward role quite well with Hugo Bueno pushing up high as and when we can. And up front, I'd like to have put Tolu, but obviously Strand Larsen just needs a goal, and I do think he might be the key instigator for us to get 3 points. I think when Strand Larsen finally does get his goal and has a very good game, I think him, Andre Gomez are going to be the players that are going to solidify that 3 points, going to build that confidence. Hopefully, 3 points may be coming from Stamford Bridge today. It would be nice, wouldn't it?
I think it's needed at the moment. We just need any type of win, don't we? Even if it's a 1-0 on goal in the 95th minute, I think we'd take anything, especially away to Chelsea today.
Such a hard game. We'll have a familiar face, won't we, in Pedro Neto at Stamford Bridge today. I presume he's probably going to play. Will he cause us a nightmare, Liam? He certainly caused teams a nightmare when he was in the Wolves team.
My only concern is when you watch Chelsea play, they like to get the ball out wide, don't they? And their wingers are so high under Maresca that's where I think we're weak, because we don't stop across at all. We don't engage with the man. So as soon as that ball goes out wide, hopefully under a new manager who's working with younger players, he'll just be telling those fullbacks to go and engage and block that person from crossing it in straight away.
We'll see. It's going to be a tough game at Stamford Bridge, to be honest. And like we said in the podcast the other day, whoever comes in has got to hit the ground running, because we've got some tough fixtures coming up. And realistically, Chelsea away is going to be one of the harder games that we're going to have. And James Collins has got to go there. I will bring it up from his press conference, that he said that it's not a game that we should be taking lightly. He came in with the mentality that we can beat any team in the Premier League, and I quite enjoyed that about his press conference. So let's hope he puts his money where his mouth is. Let's go and see if we can actually get something at Chelsea. And safe travelling to all the away fans who are making their way down to London. And make sure we bring back 3 points, because we could do with some. And it'd be nice to get some points on the table before a new manager comes in, and then obviously leading into the international break. So thank you for jumping on, Liam. We've been the old golden chat, and we are ready for 3 points from Stamford Bridge. Come on, the boy!
Let's go.